Hi everyone, welcome back to Studioloo. It's Cindy. We're here today for Color Cubers, hashtag Color Cubers. We are making something with the Color Cube by Sarah Renee Clark. For more details on this challenge I'm hosting, it's just a make along with your Color Cube kind of fun ephemera making, or whatever you want to do with this Color Cube, because it's just a fun Color Cube. You can find it down below in the description box. Not sponsored, I just enjoy the cube. It's a lot of fun. There are 2 of them. So let's pick a card. How do we pick a card today? Where do we want to go? Let's go here. I'm not even looking. I'm just kind of going to go in blind. Okay. Ooh, it looks a little neutral. We're on card 161. And let me grab a little bookmark here. Actually, I'll use this. Look at this weird postcard I got. I have no clue. It was in a book I thrifted recently. Harvey Picard, devil or angel, he can't make up his mind. But anyways, we'll use him as our bookmark for today because I have no clue what I will do with that weird thing anyways. So we have like a ski scene here, this silhouette of someone skiing on a ski hill with the sun kind of blasting in the background onto the snow and darkness of the mountains in the background there, some trees. So we've got kind of a light sort of silvery white gray, like a slate blue, a darker sort of slate blue, then more of a navy, dark navy, a little bit grayer, and then black from what I can tell. So here are the hex codes and the surprisingly different names that are associated with the colors. Cream pink for that silvery gray. So now that I do look at it, I do see a pinkishness to it. I actually see it more on the camera than I do looking at it with my bare eyes. Cool gray, which to me is kind of bluish, looks almost periwinkle in the camera, I think. Charcoal, dark blue, and black. So those are my colors I need to come up with today. I'll go search my stash, but here are the hex codes. If you want to take a snapshot, if you wanted to do a digital project or look up the color online to get some clarity, you can. I will be back with my supply so we can get to making. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of things. So for this like mousy pinky gray kind of color, I grabbed 2 things. One, this little scrap of paper. So hopefully you can see that it is like a pinkish tone with gray in it. It's some of my hand-dyed paper cut off scrap. So I think that bodes well. But I also grabbed this because, my first look at this is that it felt like a silvery gray. I now see, though, that the pinkishness is not there. But there's some pink in this dress. This is an antique, like, children's dress. I bought it. My daughter never wore it. It was too rough, the fabric. It was just too rough. I never wanted to torture her with it, but it's from Celeste, New York. It's a very old garment, and I have all these things, right? I'm like, I have to use these lovely old things. So then I grabbed for this blue, this medium blue, so I have a few little bits of wool that are flying around here. I grabbed this. And I know it's a little different, but I'm not bothered because I feel like it will all be fine. Then this kind of color, what did they call that one? Charcoal. So sometimes the way things look, I see bluishness in there, and then what they're named, it kind of boggles my mind. So I grabbed this for that, and also like these colors all are like charcoal and black, right? So that covers that one off. And then for this one was the dark blue, so that's a nice dark blue, but this is also a dark blue. So the other thing about these cards, right, is there's the original color, there's the lighter and darker version of it on either side of it again over here. So there is a bit of play there, like this is bang on to that color, right? So there's a little bit of play. You don't have to kind of obsess over what you do. It's fine. Then I also grabbed her. This is like a Hollywood kind of starlet from probably the 50s, 60s. This is from an old book of like Hollywood, and I boiled it like in botanicals. It's from a boiled book, and I just love the markings and just the overall color there. So I think I'll use her as a focal point. So we need a nice big like book page or something to use as a base for this. So let me get my glue book. That's what we'll use. And I'll get rid of the top page because it probably has some like old glue on it. We don't want that. And then we'll grab a page here and then tear it down to like a size we want to work with. Where's my ruler? There it is. So let's just trim a little off the side here to make this like a nice size for a piece of ephemera. I probably could stand to straighten it a little. Oopsies. Let me get rid of the book so I can see what I'm doing better here. There we go. That's a little better. That's better. Okay. So then we need to cover the back. I think I'll do that maybe with this bit here because I like the texture. Also, it's a nice thick paper, so it'll give this piece a bit of thickness before we start our collaging and our placement of everything here, because I think this is going to be a bit of a layered piece. I went to my scraps to get all these materials mostly. Yeah, like all the papers from scraps. And the fabric is just out of my... I keep like a bag of vintage children's clothing and stuff that I want to use up right beside my scrap bin. So there's always something to pull out of there. Okay, that's cool. Then I think I'd like a little bit maybe of this as a layer here. And I want to maintain those holes. They're very cool. So as we work on this, I think we'll try to maintain those holes. I might make that a tuck spot too, you know, it's kind of nice, like it feels like the right kind of thing to be a tuck spot. So let's get the art glitter glue to glue that down. It's like a little bit thicker, it's like folder paper. I think it was actually a notebook cover, if I recall. So if you plan to take part in Color Cubers, definitely let me know. You can use the hashtag Color Cubers and tag me in your video if you like. I will link you down below in my description box. There are a couple other people who are participating, actually following my week. You don't have to follow the weeks that I do. You can definitely freeform do however and still use the hashtag. I'm not hard pressed about that. But there is from time to time Shell's Creative Chaos, as well as Red Parrot and Kirsten Free. They're all linked in my description box here. Okay. Let me just trim that. So we'll do a little line with that fun pinky gray. Then, you know, it's just incorporating everything, right? So I think what I'll do, I'm going to cut her out because I've got to figure out how I want to use her. So first though, I think I'm just going to cut a little bit of her down. Let's see, am I going to keep this paper? I'll keep this piece because it's got this fun bit on the back. Always keep stuff like that, it's too precious. Then to glue this onto, I need some folder. And if you're wondering why I seem to be wasting so much space, I don't want this. That's why I've put it so far over to this one side. Okay, so let's kind of cut her out like a bit of a paper doll with like a little sort of space around her capelet here and her little hat. Now she's sort of got her hand on this piece of wood here. Okay. Let's take a look at the size of this paper doll and see if I were to use her as like a journal card, like a little tuck. It could be kind of cute to just have her like peeking out. She could be what's tucked in here. The other option is that she could be glued onto the tuck itself. And we could make something else to go inside of here. Oh, and it's a hard choice. I think I want her to be like in here as like a little, yeah, I like that. Okay. So then we'll cut that like that, I think. And that can be the journal card. That's very cute. Okay. So then we need to get my card up where I can see it here and put it back in frame a little. Okay, so we definitely need the introduction of the blues now. It's important to get that happening. So I think I want to do a bit of geometry here. Glue this piece of this here. Set her aside. She can come back later. Get rid of that. Okay. Then from this blue, I'm going to create just like a little label, which I will ink with black. Okay. Maybe yeah, a bit like that. Kind of peel that up a little so I can press that in there all the way. I'm not too bothered if I need to re-glue that tuck a little, it's fine. I just want to get this in here and make sure also the front's not sticky. Let's roll off any excess glue. There we go. Okay, that's fine. And I'll just re-glue here where I gave that a tug. There we go. Now, okay, I need that black ink again. And that should be good. Yeah, I think I would like that there. Yeah, okay. Okay. clip off that top. And then I want to use a little bit of this paper at the bottom. I just think it's very, very nice. And I think I'll do a couple things with it. So first off, let's just glue like a little line. I know I should be doing this on my glue book because I'm getting my table sticky, but I'm a rebel. And we'll just line this up here. I'll lift this up again. Get rid of all this here. Let me get that bit of, because you know, it's got that pinky gray color in it too. So I feel like it just brings everything together. Then I'll take another one of these little bouquets. On the label, or maybe down here. Yeah, down there would be better. Okay. Oops. Gluey fingers. Let's get rid of this piece of paper before I get glue everywhere. Okay, so that's looking better. Now, I feel like I need something else on that blue label. I'm gonna just look in my bits and bobs. Something like this could be good too. Just to kind of, yeah, just to kind of mix it up a little. We'll use that. It's got a little bit of pink on it, funny enough. Pinky gray. All right, so then we'll put her in here. She'll be able to kind of peek out, but I need to still, I want to still use some of this fabric, and I also need to back this. So I think what I'm going to do is take actually just some of this. So see how fine that is? It's so pretty. It's very meshy. It's almost like a curtain. Oh, you know what? I just had a thought. I was going to use this as like a tag top, but do it like thick. But now, because you know she's hiding back there, are you feeling this? It's like a curtain that we can flip up and we can see our starlet. She's nervous, right? She looks a little nervous. Let's stitch that on. So what I'll do, I'll back this with some paper so it's a journaling card on back, and I'll head over to the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch this right across like a little, you know, curtain to hide behind. I will be right back. Okay, so here we are. I really like this. I love the curtain. I think it was like a last minute funny thing. And I also like that it's kind of, I could iron it, but I kind of like that it's a little bit like, it looks like she's been peeking out. So then you lift this up, you put her in, and she's your little journal card inside of this piece. Let's just bring her down a little. I need to maybe trim a little titch. Let's, I know what I'll do. Let me just look, hold on, because she's sticking down a bit. Let's just see. I want her to be peeking out, but I don't want her to be hanging off. Let's just get scissors. Hold on. I'm going to just trim this like that. This like that. So then she won't be hanging out. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, okay. So now she's behind the curtain, and then she can go, hello, and then she comes out. And I think this is fun. I like this one. I didn't think it was going to turn out in this way. Yeah, this always takes me on a fun little adventure because I never know what I'm going to use. It's always kind of based on, you know, whatever. I backed this with some of my scrap hand-dyed paper. And yeah, that's my piece for today. So hopefully you enjoyed. I enjoyed. You know, if you have Color Cube, play along with me, okay? All right, take care, everyone, and have a great day. Bye for now.